Hi everyone, I am Nalini Vengadesapillai. How are you all feeling today? I hope that you're great. Today we're going to focus on listening for main ideas and supporting details in familiar, unfamiliar contexts and linguistically complex speech. How can learners improve their listening comprehension? Teacher Rafal Ahmed from British Council shared some useful strategies based on an illustration by artist Jamie Johnson. First, predicting content. It helps us to anticipate the kind of information we are likely to hear. Second, listening for gist. It is possible to get the whole picture, but with one crucial difference, information comes in sequence. Next, detecting signposts. Just like traffic lights on the roads, there are signposts that help us to follow what we are listening. Fourth, listening for details. Listening for details is listening to specific kind of information. Lastly, inferring meaning. This one is by using clues and prior knowledge about a situation to work out the meaning of what we hear. Now let's watch a video on listening to main ideas and supporting details, which can help us to answer questions based on familiar and unfamiliar context.
Hello. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about listening for the main idea and supporting details. The main idea is the most important idea that the speaker is trying to communicate. Usually, the main idea will be at the start of the conversation. The supporting details will come next, and then the main idea will be repeated again at the end for emphasis. This means to stress the main point once more. For example, if someone asks you what the best restaurant is in your area, this will be the main idea of the conversation, or the point. Everything that you say about the restaurant you think is the best will be your supporting points. Listen to this example. If someone asked me, "What's the best restaurant in town?" I would say, "I think Chavita is the best restaurant in town. The food is great, the service is outstanding, and the ambiance is very warm and relaxed. You should definitely try Chavita." The speaker begins by naming their favorite restaurant. This is the main point. Then talking about the food, service, and ambiance are the supporting details. And the speaker finishes by repeating the name of their favorite restaurant once more when they say, "You should definitely try Chavita." The main idea is what the speaker is trying to communicate to you, the most important part of what they're saying. It's like the heart of the conversation. Weather is a great example of this. Someone might say to you, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" And you might answer yes, and then discuss the details like the temperature, the wind speed, the humidity level. But all of this is just to say, it's a beautiful day. The main idea. Supporting details describe the main idea. They tell us more about the main idea, and they make the main idea stronger. In the weather example, the temperature, wind, and humidity are like proof of the beautiful day. Think of a lawyer giving evidence in court. They must prove to the judge and jury that it is a beautiful day, and everything they say will make that point stronger, and they emphasize the truth of it. Now sometimes the main idea isn't so easy to pick out or hear. This is because the main idea can be stated or implied. When the main idea is stated, this means someone actually says it, like the question about the restaurant or the statement about the weather. But other times, the main idea is implied. This means it isn't actually said, but all the supporting details will suggest it to you. Listen to these two examples. The class had fun on the field trip. They went downtown to the art gallery. After the tour, they walked through the park and looked at the ocean. They had coffee at a nice cafe and talked with their classmates. What do you think the main idea is here? What is the main thing the speaker is trying to tell you? If you said, "The class had fun on the field trip," you are right. There are two ways you can find the main idea in this example. The main idea was stated at the beginning, and all the other details are connected to that one idea. Now listen to this example. The Aboriginal people of Canada built their homes from trees that grew in the forests around them. They would eat different plants, roots, and berries that grew in the forests. They even used some forest plants for medicinal purposes. What do you think the main idea is here? What is the main thing the speaker is trying to tell you? If we listen to the first sentence again, the Aboriginal people of Canada built their homes from trees that grew around them, it doesn't state the main idea. The main idea in this example is implied. You have to figure out what it is from the other details. Ask yourself, what do the details all have in common? Listen again. The Aboriginal people of Canada built their homes from trees that grew in the forests around them. They would eat different plants, roots, and berries that grew in the forests. They even used forest plants for medicinal purposes. The speaker is clearly talking about Aboriginal people in Canada, and all the other details include something about forest plants and how they were used. You could say that the implied main idea is this. The Aboriginal people of Canada used resources from the forest to survive. If the speaker started by saying that, they would be stating the main idea and all the other points would support it. Listen once more. The Aboriginal people of Canada used resources from the forest to survive. They built their homes from trees that grew in the forests around them. They would eat different plants, roots, and berries that grew in the forests. They even used some forest plants for medicinal purposes. Now the implied meaning has become a stated main idea, and the point of the communication is the same. So try to remember, the topic of conversation is usually the main idea. All the supporting details will make the main idea stronger. The main idea will often be stated first and then repeated. And if you don't hear the main idea, listen for what all the details of the conversation have in common. Good luck and good listening.
Now try the exercises given here. Hope everyone will enjoy doing it. I shared a beautiful quote from Benjamin Lee Wolfe. Language shapes the way we think and determines what we can think about. So I hope everyone will enjoy doing these listening exercises here. Thank you and see you all in the next lesson.